Let's have a look at this cantilever problem. So when you have a cantilever, there's something special, and that is you will have a reaction force here. So let's call this reaction right. And if you imagine the weight of this beam, right, the weight of the beam itself, if it has a mass given per meter, for example 50 kilograms per meter, then the beam itself is going to weigh 50 times 2.4, which is 120 kilograms. Now, if you consider the force due to gravity, 120 kilograms times 9.8, then this beam weighs 1,176 newtons. So when you're considering a whole beam, a special thing to consider is that the mass is centered over the center of the beam. That's where you place the force due to the mass. So what it's saying is that the mass is equally spread across the beam, and that's where we place in 1,176 newtons in this example. So our distance is 1.2 meters in. So if you think about it, this beam's going to be trying to rotate due to the weight in a counterclockwise direction. Therefore, there must be a reaction, a moment, going in this direction to counteract the forces. So we know that the sum of the forces in the x direction must equal 0, the sum of the forces in the y direction must equal 0, and the sum of the moments must equal 0. So let's start with sum of the moments. So the sum of the moments so we're going to take the moment around this point here. So if you think about this one, it's going to be equal to 0 when it's in equilibrium. So we have a clockwise moment, which is this part here that we're not sure about, and then we got to take 1,176 newtons times 1.2 meters, which is this one. So we get, if we rearrange this, our unknown moment is now equal to 1,176 times 1.2. 1411.2 Newton meters. And that's going to be in the clockwise direction. So we've just found that one. Now we got to find reaction right. So we're going to use sum of the forces in the y direction must equal 0. So we're going to go, that's equal to reaction right is the vertical one going up, take 1176 newtons. So it's pretty easy to see that the reaction right is going to be equal to 1176 newtons in the opposite direction. So to kind of rearrange this this problem here, you can see that there's going to be a moment here of 1,411.2 Newton meters. There's going to be a vertical reaction here of 1,176 newtons, and the mass of the beam itself has a force due to gravity of 1,176 newtons. And that's basically all there is to it.